Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we go over some tack turns that are used in military and civilian aviation. I am using a document that comes with Falcon BMS and the path is as follows: docs, other documentation, real manuals, and then there's a file called Korea BEM Volume 5, or Basic Employment Manual. It is a real document that was used by Korea that deals specifically with the F-16. It has a plethora of information, and if you're an aviation nerd like me, you may already know about it and read a little bit of it as well. This video covers sections in Chapter 3 talking about tactical turns and maneuvers. We try our best to keep line abreast, or LAB. I could go on and on about what happened, but I am looking forward to sharing this video. If you listen very carefully, you might be able to pick up on the background of the person that we're flying with has. In the video, we go over hook turns, cross turns, 45 into and away from the wingman, along with delayed 90s, and we even perform a shackle. This flight is filled with a lot of learning, and I cannot wait to learn more. I will have a field tack view at the end, so if you're confused, please wait to see the tack view at the end of the video. I've used chapters, and before the maneuvers that we did, I usually included a photo of the turn that we were about to perform to make it a little bit more understandable. So I would recommend while you're watching this to open up the Korea BEM document that I have referenced above. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you check out the description for chapters and my Aviation Plus merch store, where all purchases directly support the channel. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See ya. I guess line abreast, obviously. Wedge, would you kind of be, is wedge more of a specific?
Wedge will use low altitude, so it's easier for number 2 to keep visual and cross-check his instruments more because it's your down low to the ground. So we use wedge a lot, like low levels.
Okay.
But all the tactical stuff, we're usually just line abreast all day.
All right, cool. All right, that's good to know. So line abreast is usually, so it's between 0 degrees and 20 degrees. Oh, say that's not too bad.
Because you figure your fingertip references you teach are like basically 30-degree line.
Okay.
So you gotta be forward of that. Yeah, because like real life, right? I just look straight down my shoulders, and that's 90 degrees. So
Yeah.
if I have them there, then I know I'm in the right spot.
Okay. All right, so the plan is we'll try to see if we can do a 45 right. So with the right side, going to the right 45, being that you're on the left, and we should be once we get lined abreast, we'll be line abreast, and then once we go to the right, do you turn first, or is it me, because it's going to the right?
Hey, from to the right, so I'll turn first, and then once I'm 45 degrees of turn, you'll turn left and cross my nose, and then pick up line abreast on the other side.
All right, copy. All right, flight 45 right. I think that looked okay, I guess.
Looks pretty good from where I'm at. I'm gonna spread it out a little more.
All right, copy. Basically, I'm gonna walk you through what I did. So I watched you, and then when you went behind me, I turned left a little bit, and then continued to the right to get line abreast.
Yep, and then see how if we did that calm out, right? It would have just been a wing flash from you. I would have started my turn, and then once I saw you bank up towards me, then I would just immediately roll out. You would pick up line abreast, and that's how you, as a flight lead, could tell me where to go without saying anything.
Interesting. Yeah, that's advanced. We'll probably start doing that later, but once everybody knows what the no radio means, we'll maybe start implementing that for certain people. Alright, let's do that again. So it'll be flight 45 right, and I'll start the turn, and then I'll go from there. So flight 45 right. Neat, neat. Alright, flight, cross-turn. And that'll do it. Sweet.
And then usually, so our spacing's pretty good now, but cross turns usually get you super wide. Luckily we were already super wide when we started that, but the best way to fix that is just a shackle.
The shackle is... Or I think someone has to pass in front of someone. How does that go?
So, you call shackle, we both just switch sides basically, so we'll like check 45 right, try to cross over, right over top of each other, and then back left to pick up line abreast again, but that's like the best way to fix wide. If you're like 5 miles apart, that's just the easiest way to fix that.
Okay. That's the fix from being wide to bring it back, or is it to expand?
You can, I mean, expand, we can just check away from each other.
Yeah.
So that's just the easiest way, like, hey, shackle, and that'll bring us in. Or you can just wait and close it up, but...
Interesting.
I think it's the most expedited way to get us back together.
Yeah. Alright, let's do a hook right. So, flight, hook right. Wasn't too bad. I think we started at 2.8, I think. A little bit of a closing.
Yeah, so I rolled out a little bit. So as number 2, if I'm turning into you, what I'm doing is I'm looking for 90 degrees through the turn to line up straight down your burner can. So I kind of eased a little bit and drove at you, and to try to time it so we rolled back out line abreast again. Just a wingman tricks there.
Okay, sweet. Alright, we're going to do it into you, so we'll do flight hook right. Literally. Oh, that was good. We stayed the same. 1.2. I think we were at 1.2 or 1.3 or something.
Yeah, it looked pretty good from my view.
Alright, cool. Let's see where we at. So 3, I'm going to switch bands to get on your TACAN. So yeah, 3, let's get line abreast about 1 mile if you can. Get it close to 1 mile.
Great.
Current speed 300. Alright, 3, let's do a hook turn.
Bonehead, rookie mistake.
Right hook turn.
3.
And 2, if you're going north, there's some enemies to the north. Make sure you kind of, if you can, come off to the south. And I'm Singer 5, going off south. One is safe. And 2, if you can't get it started, we can just start over real quick.
Looks like it's starting back up.
Sweet.
Dude, that was pretty good.
Let me know when you're good to 1.5 miles.
Okay. Yeah, just dropping down. A little bit too high. Okay, 1.5.
Alright, flight 45 right. It's about a 115 on the heading. I think that might have been more. Did I do that wrong? Might have had more turn on number 2's part.
Yeah, it was kind of quick. I'm using the, whatchamacallit, ILS, like you said before, or the HSI.
Yeah, the little ticks. Yeah, we should have kept going all the way to about 115, a little bit before the 12.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are still on the same side, so generally you switch sides in a delayed 45.
Now I guess 2, go ahead and turn to 120.
2.
Yeah, because I'm watching you, and then I see down your intake, so to say, and then I start my turn-ish.
Yeah, so the intake thing is probably not going to work for a 45, right? Because you're not turning as far, so you got to wait a little longer.
Oh yeah, you're right. We'll just meet up at 120 for the heading. Then go ahead and get line abreast 2 on the right side. Current speed 320.
2.
So now we're on a 120 heading. A 45 right would be about 165 or so. Yes, let me know when you're set 2. Or saddled, so to say.
Yep, and then 1, just another little trick to keep up your sleeve if you want to get line abreast really quick. Like right now, you could just check right, however many degrees you think will put him exactly line abreast. And that could be your new heading, and then you could continue, instead of making him drive super fast forever to get up there.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, flight check right 5 degrees.
2. Okay, 2 saddled.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright.
Alright, so about 185 should be my 45-degree heading from here.
Yeah, from here, yes, 185. Yep. Or 175.
Okay, do we make the turn in mill power?
Yeah, it'll be mill since we're at 300-ish. So you'll do mill, you just turn enough to keep that speed.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll turn first, and once I guess go a little bit about to your, I guess 1 o'clock, then you start your turn. I think that's a good timing. Is that right, 3?
Yeah, so for 45, the one's on the left, you're going to start a right-hand turn. As soon as you roll out, then 2 will check into you, so he'll check left, cross your nose, and then pick up line abreast on the other side.
Okay, I think I see what's going on here. So basically, in a nutshell, once I pass your nose, you check into me, and then after that, you would continue the turn to the right.
Yep, to pick up line abreast on your left side.
Alright, cool. Alright, flight 45 right.
2, stay going straight.
Confused about. So once he passes, I got you.
Alright, now check left to fly right across his nose, like underneath him. And then start your right hand turn to pick up line of breast on the other side.
Went too far on that. Let's get the 175 heading.
There you go. 2, does that make sense? See how that worked out?
Yeah, that made perfect sense. Okay, cool. I was just thinking that before he called it, and I'm like, okay, do I stay straight or should I turn? One thing I want to get sharp with is, yeah, like when to make the turn. So as he's turning into me, he makes the turn first. What am I looking for again?
So for just a 45, as soon as he rolls out, you see his wings go level, then you turn into him, cross his nose, pick up line of breast on the other side.
Okay, perfect, got you. Okay, 2 set, heading 170.
Alright, let's do that again. Let's do, Alright, 2, check right, 20 degrees. Alright, that's better. Yeah. Check right 20 degrees again to try to get a line abreast. Oh, better. Alright, flight left 45.
I have like no reference. I'm like guessing at this point. I didn't even look to see where my 45 was to the left.
Oh, it's about here. Alright, I'm to your about 4 o'clock, or correction, 8 o'clock.
I got you.
Alright, let's check left 30 degrees.
Yep, that wasn't bad. Just got to figure out the timing. Like, generally I try to cross slightly low and just in front of whoever I'm crossing, and then just kind of make that slow reversal to try to just time it right to pick up that line of breast position.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, this is good right here. Okay. Alright, heading 120.
Okay, cool. Alright, I got my references down here.
Alright, get ready for a 45 right. I will call wind.
Yep.
Flight 45 right. Wasn't too bad. It's pretty good. Alright, current heading 170.
45 first when I need to go underneath you. That's the only part, because like I see you. Yeah, just go over that one more time.
And one, just confirm you're doing your 45 in mil power.
Hey, firm. Yeah, pick it up a little bit. Yep.
Cool.
Oh, lost visual of blind of 2.
Let's see, I'm to your
Oh.
8 o'clock, just a little low.
Yep, visual. So it's basically when it's like, I guess reference-wise, I should be on your like 11 o'clock, and then you turn into me to put me on your nose.
Okay, and then I start making my 45-degree turn to the right or left.
Yes, is that correct? Is that a good reference there, 3?
Yeah, and 2, just keep in mind, you don't have to turn 45 the opposite direction. You are just setting the spacing. So you turn into him just enough to cross his nose and set that spacing up. So you don't have to go 45 one way and then turn back the other.
Okay, beautiful. All right, here, we'll try it again.
Because you can remember, you can do this if you're 4 miles away. This is going to be way more extreme, and you don't want a lot of heading crossing angle. You just want to turn into him just enough to cross his nose, and then pick up line abreast on the other side.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, we're about saddled here. So prepare for left 45. Light left 45.
That looks better from where I'm at anyways.
Yeah, basically I'm done with the 45-degree turn by the time you do anything.
Did you still roll out a little aft?
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I crossed. As soon as you were at my, 1 o'clock, I went underneath you, and then I started my 45 in mil power to the left.
I think as you do, for me to pass over your nose, you turn to the other direction we're turning to, like 10 degrees, and then you come back the other direction.
Okay, I was probably a little short on that. I probably did maybe in between that, probably 5-6 degrees.
All right, let's reset here. So flight check 100, heading 100.
Two.
All right, flight left 45. Yeah, I think that was good. That worked out well. All right, we'll try some where I have to get the timing down. All right.
Yeah, same here. That's probably as good as it's going to get from me right now, at least on that one. I'm out piece by piece, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that one looked good. It's just a feeling thing, right? Because you're just fixing the spacing. It's basically number 2's job.
Yep, exactly.
All right, from here, let's do left 45. Flight left 45. Yeah, 2, you turn first since you're on the outside.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's about a 010 heading.
We got to reset. I screwed up.
All right, let's continue to, let's go north, due north.
I think I'm having another issue with like when we start making the turn at mill power, like maintaining the speed, because I don't know if I'm pulling too hard or too soft.
Yeah, if you're pulling too hard, you'll lose speed. If you're not pulling enough, you'll gain speed. Alright, we're just going to flow north a little bit here and kind of reset a little bit, kind of slow down too, and then we'll probably do a hook turn, go the other direction.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Make sure your heading is due north.
Yep.
Alright, pass it on the right.
You want to keep this altitude or go back up to 18?
We can go up. We can climb as well. Go back to 18.
Okay.
Alright, flight cross turn. Very nice, very nice. Flight 45 right. Yeah, since you're on the outside, go first.
Okay, well, we're going to have to reset because I think I was looking at chain instead of you.
Oh.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
Alright, just continue 180, still 2.8 miles, so we're good.
Copy.
Alright, flight 45 right. Yeah, since you're in the... Yeah, there you go.
Yep, just mill power and then G to just hold whatever airspeed you're at. Just don't forget to pull that power out when you roll out.
Copy.
So see, yeah, like when you're super wide like that, number one probably didn't even have to turn left. Just kept kind of going across your nose and picked back up.
Yeah, I didn't turn left on that. I was trying to see what it's like. Interesting.
Turns out it probably should have, because now you're way up front.
Yeah, I see that now.
It's hard for me to tell back here because there's like no depth perception.
Yeah, we'll look at the TAC view and look at it real good. Alright, 2 rocker wings. Alright, visual. Alright, let's turn right, check 270.
2.
And flight 45 left. That wasn't bad. That was better.
Wow. And I didn't remember to pull back on the speed, because as soon as I finished a 45-degree turn, I was up like 30 knots. So, yeah, it's a lot to pay attention to.
Yep, and it's a lot different when you're farther away.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's easier in real life because you can feel how hard you're pulling.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, prom date, were you listening to the Shackle maneuver?
Yeah, let's go over that one more time.
So it's like the cross turn, but instead of going all the way 180 degrees, you just continue going straight. So you'll turn left and we'll cross each other. It's like a big X. So we'll just trade positions from the left and right.
Just basically point at the other member of your flight, get a little altitude stack, then the goal is to kind of cross each other's nose, and then just reverse your turn, pick up line abreast.
Oh, okay, alright, cool.
Yeah.
And check more than like 45 degrees towards the other flight member, basically. So if each of you check 45, you'll cross, and then just switch.
Okay.
Yep, and then we'll continue in our current heading. Alright, flight Shackle. We'll continue on 230.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that again.
Yeah, we're still on abreast. Seems like it kind of got closer though, but I mean, we could adjust how far we want to be.
Yep, and see, now you see why, like I said, that's kind of a perfect just maneuver if you're like 5 miles apart after a cross turn, just to get back together.
Yeah, a lot easier. Alright, let's try this 90 right. Let me look at it real quick. So, person on the outside always goes first. Is that correct?
Affirm.
So if we do a 90 right from here, I will turn, and then number 2 will turn, according to this picture, it's like 10 degrees to go across my nose, and then you'll continue the, or maybe 20 degrees I'll cross my nose, and you'll continue the 90 degrees.
So for a 90, he should just drive straight until basically your nose is, you'll go behind him, and then he'll turn. So for number 2, kind of watch, is like his pitot boom points at you, then I would start my turn to the right.
Okay, alright, cool.
Obviously, it depends how high you are. Up higher, you got to lead that a little more. If you're down low, you wait a little longer. So yeah, as soon as you can see down his intake, so like he's pointed at you, then I would start your turn, pick up line abreast on the other side, 90 degrees off.
Okay.
Alright, yep, so prepare for 90 degrees right. I'll tell you when. 90 degrees right, then okay. Alright, flight 90 degrees right. That was very nice. That worked out well. Seemed like that went well.
Yeah, I think I overshot my 45 a little bit, I think.
I'm looking at the picture. It seems like you can either like incrementally do it, or you can just kind of turn to 90 degrees to just match my be on the line abreast.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Yeah, that's one fluid motion instead of incrementally doing it. or we'll do it again, but we'll do it to the right again, and then I'll have to be the timing person. So prepare 90 right.
Okay, 1 second. Give me 1 sec. Okay, 90 right. Here we go.
All right, flight 90 right.
Jeez, I'm such an idiot. I lost my reference.
It's 65. 065.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that one more time. Let's do it to the left.
All right, 1 second. You just got to look at your HSI a quick second and get like the line in for a little bit. To rock your wings. You the rock your wings. All right.
Low guy.
Yep, copy. All right, flight 90 left. Three, 335.
How wide were you guys when you started that one?
How wide? It wasn't at the tack end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
So I think that's what happened. I think, one, you just started your turn too early based off what I've seen from here.
Okay, it depends on how. Okay, makes sense.
Doesn't really work if you're like super wide.
Yep. So 2, you can probably kick it out about 200 feet, so kind of between you and 3.
2, cup.
Yeah, about there. That's good. Yep. All right, I'm gonna do a turn into y'all turn. So I'm gonna do a right turn. So going right. If you need to, you can descend a little bit. Pin that 330. And rolling out. All right, coming right. One saddled.
All right, guys, we're going to do inside turn to the left, so flight, check left. All right, rolling out. Use that gear a little lower. Okay, one's in a...
Falcon 1-2, Osan Tower, weight 060 at 3 knots, runway 09 or left, clear for landing, jet gear down. Falcon 1-2, abort landing, vector 220, contact approach for resequencing.
Freezing the brake.
Falcon 1-2, Osan Tower, next time get a clearance before landing. Falcon 1-1, Osan Tower, next time get a clearance before landing.
And 2 is off active.
Falcon 1-2, contact ground, switch to 25370.
Overtaking left.
That's why we do a hot cold side right there.
Hey, firm. I was watching which side you were on.
Falcon 1-3, contact ground, switch to 25370.
Cool. So we can just park over at EOR or at the taxiway over by the lights over there or something.
Okay, cool.
Open up TAC view. Look at this
Yep,
real quick.
I'll talk to you guys later. Just
All right.
shoot me a message if you have any questions or anything cool you find.
Will do. Thanks.
All right,
Toodle.
later.
Let's see. TAC view is up.
Yeah, dude. I love this because this is going to give me something to study throughout the week, especially in
Yep.
regards to because it's funny when I look at the pictures here on the 45 and the 90. If you look at the 45, it kind of looks like 1 and 2 are turning the 45 at the same time. You see that, right?
Yeah, on the 45, yeah, it does. I need some like some order. There's no order of it's just like a line, and it kind of have the numbers there, but it was it could be misconstrued.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay. And then I remember Chain saying, like if you were making the 45-degree turn first, I wait and then I cross under you,
Yeah,
under your nose, and then you got to still fly out a little bit, and then start making the 40. Dude, I was so lost. I was like, I'm
yep,
trying to look down at my freaking HSI and get a good reference. Look out the
exactly.
canopy. Use because you called it fast, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna wing it.
Yeah, it's like, oh well. So yeah,
Oh,
it'll be better if we had like visual stuff. It's like if I could use my hands, I would use them, but we can't. So we're doing our best.
right, absolutely. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing the attack view.
All right, so that, and I've recorded all this, so I'll be probably uploading this. Was it 2 hours now? 2.5 hours?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
2 hours and 40 minutes. I missed the first bit, but I got all the 3D stuff. All right, there's all of us here. See, I'll just go this guy. I'm 60. Come on. Here we go. This is the first round. Had chain there. So you went off, and then we oh. Let's see how far are we. That's about mile is like 5,600 feet. It's like
Yep.
I don't know. Always getting out. All right. So we did. What did we do? I think at 45 left. Yeah, or 45 right. All right. So that wasn't bad. That wasn't too bad. I kind of see the gist of it here. You can see it. I love seeing TAC view because you can actually see stuff. So
Definitely.
he turns. The person on the outside turns first, and then the person on the inside turns a little bit towards them. Once you go around the nose, and then once they pass, you come back the other direction, and then you continue in your 45. And then we're kind of resetting, getting a little wider, so 1.2 miles.
That one right there, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That was like beautiful.
So here's another 45 right. Since I'm on the outside, I go first. So coming in, and then he goes out, and then he did it a lot. That was a lot. A lot more than I thought it would do. Dude, I think that was too much turn. Too much.
Yeah, 'cause
90 degree off my nose, perpendicular to me now.
right, because I remember him saying something about like when you see the nose heading towards you, or like when his wings roll level, then start turning underneath him. And the whole time I'm looking at you, like you're still in the bank, and I was like so confused in the moment. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
So I guess the timing can't be off of me since we're both new. So the timing can't be off of me with the level thing. But once you see when my nose crosses you, that's a better reference of timing.
right.
Because that's going to be the same when my nose passes you. See, does it have the turn rate? Where is the like instruments media chart? Controls? Oh, cockpit instruments. Okay. There's my heading. I was
Hey,
at.
I love the wing dip you did on the formation.
Oh yeah, I was like, whoop, like sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, it worked out really good.
My
That's my first time.
130-ish, so I should go to about 172 or something. So I do that. I go a little farther, so that was my bad. I went a little bit farther than I should have. That's why he looked like he did it wrong. So I'm at 126. and I went all the way to 200. I was off by a lot, like 30 degrees. All right, so that wasn't his bad at all. If I would have stopped, it would have stopped here. Stopped right here. I should have stopped right here. I would have been
Right.
I would have kept going straight right here. It would have been okay. Decent. Yeah, I turned off too much. And we did a cross turn. And that, boom, bam, done. So put us back in the line abreast.
Nice. You know what was so funny? I didn't know if you were going to call 45 left or right. So I'm looking down at my HSI, and I'm trying to get the digits on the HSI for left and right real quick before you call it. And then I'm trying to remember it and do
Yep.
it at the same time.
Like what I started to do, what I would be like, where I am, and then I was like, where am I going? I was like, is it the small dot or the big dot or the line? And is it at the 2-4? So 2-4 before large tick. Like that's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, or like 2-4 before small tick, or 2-4 after small tick. Like I would just kind of do that. Seemed to have helped.
Sorry, dude.
No, go ahead.
And then on top of that, I'm trying to like maintain my altitude. I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep up with the speed, pull the G, and look down at the HSI. And it
Oh,
just
yeah.
started to get all screwed up. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Lots of stuff. This hook turn. Yep, hook turn. Bloop.
Oh my God.
Not
Hey,
bad.
Run that it just looked beautiful. Yeah,
Looked nice.
Run that one
Let's
more
see.
time.
Bloop. Here we are here. Let's run that a little slower. ×5. The hook turn. And we're there. Could have been a little bit more even, but I mean it was pretty symmetrical. Pretty good. Maybe do something else here. All right, seems like a 45 right. Or yeah, 45 right. Oh, what happened? What we do? Oh, it's when he probably lost his engine. I got you back in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So the rest of this is this him losing speed, and let's look at our hook.
Or he may have. I think he kicked out on that one, and I took over, and then he lost his engine a little bit later on.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, we were going north too much, and I was like hook right, and we're back hook right. Yeah, you almost landed at the airfield there. All right, well, let's go to the other one. More stuff in it. Oop. Alrighty. Up in the air. Kicking you out a little bit. There's 1 mile. I went at 1.5 miles. Then we was like, oh, let's do it again. Reset again.
Oh no, yeah, I got screwed up. I started like going into you. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, get it together.
And then Shane told me about the checking to check left and right to get us in line abreast, so don't force you to go forward and backwards and waste energy or speed or fuel.
Right.
All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. This is when he tells me about this time. I'd check right about 10 degrees, and like bloop, and there we are. Boom. I think I'm still trying to get the check because when Shane told me about the shoulder thing, if you have your pilot in there, you can see your shoulder. So you can kind of like use your shoulder as a line abreast. And technically, line abreast is within 20 degrees.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I noticed the 0 to 20. Yeah.
a little bit of a leeway. All right, so that's a Okay. Oh, yeah, that was good. Oh, wow. So I think this was a 45 left, or 45 right, I'm sorry. So 45 right. You
Look, it
started to
almost
turn.
looks like it almost looks like the picture.
Yeah, it does. It does look like the picture. So on this, you went to the right a little bit, so technically you're supposed to go straight, but that's fine.
Yep. Yeah, this is the very first one I've ever done. So
Yeah,
yeah, I was
that was
like,
good.
I think I have the picture actually pulled up, so I was looking at the
Yeah,
picture
me
while we
too.
were doing it at the same
I was like, let me
time.
look
I'm
over
like,
there. What we do? What we do again? It's about 0.7 miles or something. You're getting ahead, and I checked, kind of trying to get us line abreast a little bit more. Yep, there we go. Check right. And I get on the heading. Oh no, 45 left. It worked out okay. That was a little weird.
yeah.
So check left and line abreast. Looking good. And then 45 right. You turn in, then turn out.
Yeah, a little late.
A little late.
Like I'm gonna be on more than half of these. Like I'm winging it. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, we're going left. Oh god, I didn't
Like,
look at my
oh,
reference.
like, oh no.
Yeah, trying to figure it out in the spot. And I'm like, okay, this. But I like that though. This is a good challenge. It gives me some studying to do.
Yeah. All right, what are we doing? Check left. 45 left. And boom. Not bad. That was good.
And yeah, the main thing. Okay, so yeah, a little late on the 45 degree for me, and then maintaining the speed too. So it's like I'm trying to make everything like perfect and all this stuff. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. It's
That's
not
like
going to be perfect. You just have to keep it in the parameters, and it's mostly visual.
yeah.
Mostly visual. All right, that was pretty good. That was good. Going. 45 left. Then I turned. I think that was because we were so far away. We were a little bit farther than we were used. No, it was kind of close. I don't know what happened there. I think I didn't turn into you for that one. Made us
e-
off.
Either that, or I was going way too fast, or just confused. Looked like I was going like way too fast.
All right, reset 18,000. Cross turn, I believe. Bloop. Look at that, man.
Oh my.
Professionals. Yeah, cross turn. Loop. Very nice, very nice. So now I think I wanted to go to 3 miles. Yeah, it's about 3. Let's see what we do. We did something. I think I do some check turns. Oh no, we were not even close to being in position. I did 45 right. Now we're like all out of whack now. So now I did a check right to put us in line abreast, and it did. That was pretty good. Like, oh, we're all weird, and then whoop, line abreast. Just like that.
Wow.
45 left. Nice.
Wow. All right.
So 45 left. Outside goes first. Inside does the inside turn and then back, and then we're good.
You know what's so beautiful about this? We can almost create our own formations, our
Basically,
own
yeah.
our own turns.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. 45 left again. Or, yeah, 45 left. We weren't quite in position there. But we did it. Check turn. Oh. We weren't even on the right angle there. All right, what is happening? I think this is when we just did line or trail tanker now. Yep, did tanker. Whee!
Yeah.
Tanker went smooth. That was pretty smooth.
The timing though was perfect, and Mako shows up right before us.
Yep. Tanker, 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 beep, 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 boop. Then we go this way.
And for Chain having flown the simulator, because he gets to fly the real badass thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really good on the tanking.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I love the fact when you look down at the fuel gauge, how, like you said, on Korea Training Theater, it's like it just zips right in.
Oh
there.
yeah.
I love it.
It's like half the time.
Mm-hmm.
So on this, yeah, you were flying like fingertip basically. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's too close. And I know it's hard on you, on the person in formation. So yeah, I just told you to go to the middle, and you did, and that was perfect. Yeah, about right there. That's good.
Was that on the way to the?
This is after the tanker, and we were doing echelon right turns, and I did the dip.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
See, so your distance between us, all of us, is probably like 700, 600 feet. That's a good distance for route formation, basically. Chain kicked back a little bit. I did another dip. Oh, this is when I gave you the lead. Chains and fingertip right there. Side turn. Then dip. Wing flash. Get on the other side.
I think the base is right off to our 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's right here.
Kind of just do some slow, because I remember what you said before, especially with you don't want to bank too much when flying in formation.
Yep.
So yeah, I was definitely trying to keep it at the 330. It'll spike up to 338 every now and then, but maintain that 30 degrees bank.
Yeah, 30 degrees is a good turn rate.
Yeah.
Turn angle. The runway at? Oh, it's right here. The heck? So brake, brake, brake. So in here, I didn't put down my landing gear when I wanted to. I kind of caught up to chain really quickly. I just extended it out a little bit to get some spacing, and it seemed to work okay.
Nice.
Got that spacing. Then we landed. So
usually for the overhead brake, I think it's which I knew, but I did anyhow. Stay kind of like around 2,000, but usually what 1,500 feet or so, just so you can actually see the runway below you.
Yeah, it's 1,500 feet. Yeah.
Okay, 1,500 at around. So he said if you're in tight formation, you do 300.
300.
If I get your space 350.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So we were tight, so we did 300. So that was pretty good. Worked out well. That was good. That was glorious. Probably a lot of fun. That's the most fun I've had. That was pretty fun. Didn't even get shot at and had so much fun.
Really? Yeah, it was. That was awesome.